Happy Friday. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions here with a super quick update. A little update for those, especially if you tuned on into my live trading session today. Couldn't make it happen today with QBTS. I did open up a short position. My entry was terrible. It did end up selling off. I took profits early. It's just been a complete mess, right? Some days I feel like I work really well with the market. Other days I don't. I've kind of just like, I'm watching my position size. I do have an open position right now, but I'm actually going long on QBTS as it tests oversold levels. So again, I've been back and forth, a few $1,000s in the red, break even, a few $100s in the green. It's just not a good day for me. So just wanted to keep you guys updated. Today's definitely not one of those days for me. But overall, NASDAQ market having a very bullish day. Higher highs, higher lows, direction is very favorable, obviously in response to the CPI data report. From where we actually popped up from to where we're at, there's been very little progress because it was already up about 1% after that CPI report was released. For those that do not know, we did live stream it this morning. Thank you for all those that tuned on in. It was 1 hour before the market opened. Inflation did rise. I think that's the part that people have confused. Inflation did rise. It just didn't rise as much as what was expected. And that's what the market's reacting to, which I think is going to be pretty interesting to see how the Federal Reserve interprets that data, because inflation is still working against and away from that 2% target. We went from 2.9% to 3%. Expectation was 3.1%. But we still came in at 3%. So lower than what was expected from the 3.1, but again, still higher than the month prior of 2.9 to now 3%. So according to some sources, they're saying that now there's an 85% probability that there's going to be 3 rate cuts in 2025, because now inflation is not rising as aggressively as they once expected. And that is why markets are reacting in a bullish way. So I think that's also a part that some beginners are getting confused as, wait, inflation is rising and markets are pushing up higher. No, it's the reaction. The Federal Reserve is data dependent. And because they want to see that inflation is not aggressively rising, it shows that although it is rising, it's just not rising as aggressive as they once thought. So it could support more rate cuts for 2025. And that is why the market is reacting the way that it is. With that being said, there's a handful of stocks that are selling off today. Tesla with a beautiful retracement from highs of 451. Let's be honest, it never belonged up here. It tried to recover shortly after reporting earnings, rallied up to highs of 450, strong rejection back down to its lows of 430. Now, if we look at this on the 4-hour time frame, we could see that it's incredibly overbought. It's been lacking progress. And again, Tesla is no longer a growing company. I think investors are really beginning to see through all of Elon's promises that end up becoming just short-lived, right? So we'll see if we end up actually breaking support and retrace back down to the lows of $300 per share in the weeks that follow. Another beautiful sell-off is BYND. Again, I love worthless companies selling off. They never belonged at those elevated levels, and it looks like bag holders are definitely paying the price today, from highs of $8.85 just 2 days later, now trading at $2.30, and it still has ways to go, right? It was previously trading at 50 cents per share, so it might have some small rallies in between, not something that I would encourage a beginner to try to time. But overall, as of right now, it looks like there's a lot more selling pressure than buying pressure. It's losing its hype, it's losing its momentum. And a lot of that momentum looks like it's shifted to the other meme stocks, right? We have Oklo up to highs of 9 to 10% on the day. Overbought reversal. It's been bullish all day, not aggressively selling. It hasn't even broken its pattern on the 5-minute time frame. And it's not just that. Irene also up another 10.5%. What's the other one? Here we go. We got TEM. It's up 4%, and then Open is up 15%. The really wild part about this is a lot of these stocks are very elevated, but they're holding at elevated levels. So again, some days it's worth it to stay patient, because if you would have entered a short simply on the principle that it was overbought, we never got a sell-off or confirmation of a reversal on this, right? There's no criteria that was met to actually short this stock. So again, there's a big difference. Just because something is overbought doesn't mean that it has to actually sell off. We need to wait for that confirmation of an active sell-off, which again just means that we can better prepare next week as these stocks are now elevated, and we'll see if price action supports a retracement. We'll talk about that a little bit more during our live trading session in the up and coming week. So again, next week, the Federal Reserve is expected to meet for the FOMC rate decision. I do plan to live stream it, so just another reason to drop a thumbs up and subscribe. Don't forget, if you ever want to tune in into our live trading sessions, just like today, we go live every single morning right at market open. It's designed for complete beginners. It's a one-time payment for lifetime access. And like I said, whenever you're ready, second link down below will offer you a huge discount so you can watch me trade live as soon as the markets open on Monday. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team, and happy Friday.